They rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a licensed firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, he have a gun. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, he have a gun on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituencies, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for tonight. It's Wednesday, the 8th of February, 2023. Remember, viewers, it's our public concerns night. We do have some updates for you during the course of our program. We're going to echo back. So remember, viewers, I'm a licensed money lender also. Numbers, those of you who want to get in touch with our credit union, Real Talk Credit Union information, those of you who want to get in touch with me, there's a number that's going to pop up on the screen shortly. You can contact me or the credit union information. that is located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shoguners. So viewers, if you're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. Remember, I'm a licensed money lender. You can contact the numbers on screen to get me. And you could also call the numbers on your screen to set up an appointment, open an account for your kid, for the mom, for the dad, for the grandmother, US account, TT account, viewers, fixed deposits, 4% at fixed deposits per year. Remember, your money is insured. For those of you who want to know, yes, your money is insured. I mean, it's a credit union, your money must be insured. You know, a lot of people say, oh, Saeed, we want to know if your money. It's a credit union, your money must be insured. I don't do like, you know, like how some people do bling blang kind of thing, you know, that kind of words. No, that is not on me. That is not on me. So, viewers, we're just going to give you some updates as we start off our program tonight. Remember, it's our public concerns night. We have been doing this for 2 years now. This is our 3rd year into public concerns. Remember, you can contact us as our program go live at 238-6716 to voice your concerns and your opinion. When you contact us, viewers, you're not just interacting with me. You are interacting with communities in Trinidad and Tobago. You are even interacting with people outside of Trinidad and Tobago. At least they will know what is going on in our country. Your friends and family abroad. Remember, we are on social media platform, Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook. We are on TT Real Talk on YouTube. And it's Saieed Ali Real Talk on TikTok. So we are on the social media platform too. As we start our update tonight, viewers, the issue of Monday's reappearance of the Vindra Naipaul Coolman case file and the matter of who handed it to the acting Solicitor General or who located it continues to be part of the justice. Now, Stanley John investigating into the matter. Attorney General Regional Armour indicated that in the Senate, following queries by UNC Senator Wade Mark, who noted Monday night report that the missing file was found. Mark asked where the file was found. However, Armour chose not to answer the question. Now, viewers, this is a big issue in Trinidad and Tobago. A murder file went missing. Nobody seems to know where the file went. 9 men was awarded $20 million. A lawsuit was filed. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the file reappeared back. Who found the file? We don't know. How come this file just turned up? Now, I know Stanley John is doing his investigation, and Armour probably don't want to say anything to probably jeopardize the investigations. But we would like to know. We would like to know where. I mean, is there cameras in the areas that file are being stored? Are there cameras pointing to doorways that leads to the filing room in the AG's office? These are questions remain unanswered. They must know when the file went missing. They must have cameras to the filing room. They must know who found the files. All of a sudden, it mysteriously appeared. Somebody working some magic somewhere, boy. Somebody working some magic somewhere. But Armour have a lot to say to Trinidad and Tobago, seeing that he's the Attorney General for our country. There are questions that he will not be able to duck. Because you're going to embarrass yourself ducking from questions that the public wants to know. Imagine $20 million. That didn't come from Armour pocket, you know. That is taxpaying citizen money that these men is going to collect. And you're going to tell me nobody have an explanation? Nobody? A contested clause in the Firearm Amendment Bill 2022 was deleted before the bill was passed in the Senate on Wednesday morning. The clause set out to give authority to the National Security Minister to extend the life of firearm users' license beyond a 3-year period. With the clause being removed, the authority remains with the police commissioner. Now, during the debate, all 6 opposition senators objected the clause being included in the bill. Although the government senator tried to defend the clause, saying it was nothing more than a fail-safe, National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines eventually considered his winding up, hinted that the clause would be removed. The removal was clearly stated when the Senate sat in the committee to consider the bill clause by clause for voting. The bill was eventually passed with the amendments before the Senate adjourned. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed, and to all your wonderful listeners.
My friend, how are you?
I am good. Listen to this.
Nice to hear you.
Gigi said, the former COP said, he glad it was had to delete that clause because a high government official who have a friend in Tobago was harassing him to get a FUL. So this apparently is in sync with why Gigi didn't want to give. They want to give all their friends and family and ministers FULs. The other thing I want to talk about, boy, this missing file. And I've seen a nexus with a Miami case, you know. You ever hear about a fella named Carlos John? And he was charged in the Miami fiasco. Mm-hmm. Suppose there's a quid pro quo. You know what that quid pro quo? I do something for you and you do back something for me. Suppose this Miami case collapse and the quid pro quo, the other part of it is that I do a soft landing for the AG. You know, with this losing file, I think he confused the missing file for not missing, you know, it's the wrong word. It's misplaced, and he said missing because, you know, you have memory lapse regular when you small woman thing. So anything, you know, I think he should be put in front of a psychologist or psychiatric to evaluate his cognitive skill. Because I think we have a problem in that AG's office. Go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. Independent Senator Jayanti Lakshmidal and Independent Senator Paul Richards both question why the National Security Minister will be given powers to interfere with the issuing of firearm users' license. During the debate on Wednesday, on the Firearm Amendment Bill 2022. This bill seeks to grant the Commissioner of Police, of Prison, and Director of the Strategy Service Agency, that's the SSA, the power to grant FULs to members deemed to be under threat. So only if you're under threat, you may or may not get a firearm license. Clause 10 proposed that the minister be allowed to extend the life of FULs, which both Lakshmidal and Richard argued should either be removed or a clear explanation given. In her contribution, Lakshmidal stated that no justification was given as to why this should be added and that it will be a direct interference in the role of the police commissioner. Richard supported his fellow senator in asking for clarity and why the clause, which to him sticks out like a sore thumb, was inserted. So viewers, we're going to follow up this clause being removed, giving certain authority the power to extend FUL. We're going to follow up the matter. We're going to see where it leads. We're going to see who have the final say in it. And we're going to bring all the information to you because since Gary Griffith exited office, nobody got firearm in Trinidad and Tobago. And nobody. So we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, there's someone we want to send out a happy birthday to before we start our public concerns night. Right after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Before we go any further, tonight, Realtalk Group of Companies, Realtalk with Saieed Ali, wants to send out a happy birthday to one of our very own, Jovel. A very hard worker. She's one of my researchers, very prompt on her work. Even at nights, when she's home, on her weekends, she's cutting and editing videos. When they're supposed to be home and sleeping at night, she's working. So viewers, tonight, we at Realtalk with Saieed Ali wants to wish Jovel a bright, healthy, successful, and eventful birthday tonight and henceforth. Hard worker, you know, very, very hard worker. So as we start off our program tonight, money woes hit the PM. Trinidad and Tobago, there is a shortage in the corporations. The shortage of funds at the regional corporation has hit Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley in his pocket. I wonder if he's taking out funds from his pocket to give the corporations. Let's find out. Delivering an address and the handover ceremony of the newly reconstructed Skinner Park in San Fernando yesterday, Dr. Rowley stated that he almost lost his house in Goodwood Park because of a broken drain, and the corporation could not fix it because they did not have the material to do so. Listen to this, viewers.
I almost lost my whole house last 2 months ago because the drain outside of my house is broken and the corporation can't fix it because they haven't got the sand and the cement. And the water came through from the drain into my house, undermined my yard. And I was just there in time to catch the landslide before it cut. 8 inches of separation on my yard. I have to do it myself. But I tell you, if a corporation has a revenue stream, it can always do more than if it's waiting for a handout to pay in cash.
Now Trinidad and Tobago, our Wednesday night program, Public Concerns, this year 2023, the 31st of December 2023, will make it 3 years. 3 years. For the last 2 years, we have been highlighting the roads, the drainage, the box drain, the broken bridges, landslides. Corporation don't have money for the last 2 years. And only if the PM's house in Goodwood Park did not have a decline or an undermine, I wonder if he would have brought this into his speech as he delivered in the handing over of the Skinner Park in San Fernando. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Right ahead.
I have a very important question, sir. I don't know if you could answer this question. How is it under the Basdeo Park, the government, the Kamla Prasad-led government, you know, we never had the infrastructural issues like road and drain. We had flooding, but not to this, this magnitude. And there was no increase in taxes. There was no increase in light bill, water bill. You know, people was living comfortable, extremely comfortable. Food prices was down. You would find like in Diwali time, Christmas time, and all these things that, you know, items was without VAT. Everybody, you know, everything was just, you know, nice. How is it that this man come now with exorbitant budget and everything is haywire? All the roads, terrible. Here they was doing road repairs. I don't know which part. If it is on this planet or wherever they is doing it, there is water problems. You have to go and increase gas, increase water. You know, to my mind, economically, is that they are misfits. There is nobody. Look at all this fiasco in the Attorney General. You know, you say these are senior counsel. Look at the missteps with Faris Al-Rawi. Millions, hundreds of millions of dollars was paid to.
Yes.
You know, is it that the population must pay the ultimate price for this man who does not know what he is doing, sir? He has government, you know, all of them is misfits. Not one of them is going to say anything about it. Why must the population, now I am calling on the population. I am not, you know, distinguishing between races, because everybody feeling the pinch. Not because of you have a certain ethnicity. Stand up and look when these other two governments was in power. When Basdeo Pandey was in power and the Kamla Prasad was in power, we was not going through all this trauma. What about crime and all these things? How is it that they, you know, was managing? You know, I am appealing to the population. Rise. You know, smell coffee. Let us get this government out of power, because we are sinking. Nothing is improving. Nothing. Put race aside. This is a clarion call. Clearly, these people cannot manage. And then the man come and say, well, you raised gas 4 times or 10 times. How much time you raised it? You know, but the saying, well, they didn't riot yet. Kamla Prasad did not have to do that. Put her back in power. Let us have that same kind of enjoyment. Right now, it's only those government people are enjoying it. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Now, the PM, he said, central government will be moving on to Sandy Grande, because it is ridiculous that the people have the physical feature but cannot cut the grass because the corporation doesn't have gas to put in the equipment. However, he added that the local government reforming is going to put an end to that, because they will not be collecting property tax, which will stay in the hands of local government. The PM said the San Fernando facility will eventually get full in the hands of the people of San Fernando, to be maintained, painted, cleaned, and protected. Listen to this.
We are going to Sangre Grande, especially Sangre Grande, during local government reform, to say to the people of Sangre Grande, it is ridiculous that you have the physical feature, but you can't cut the grass because your corporation doesn't have gas to put in the equipment, or doesn't even have the piece of equipment, and the grass grows so tall that nobody could play a game on the grass. Local government reform is going to put an end to that, because we are going to collect the property tax, small amounts from a lot of people, but it stays in the hands of local government, and you will be responsible. So there will be no question of a park in a community in this nation where the grass grows undisturbed and the people can't use it, those for whom it was meant to be. That's it. And we're going much further than that, because local government reform means putting responsibility in the hands of local people, serious responsibility. This facility will eventually get fully in the hands of the city of San Fernando, to be maintained, to be painted, to be cleaned, to be protected by the people of San Fernando. And they will have the resources to do that from two sources. One, from the local tax collected, and two, from the amount that are allocated from Parliament, from the central government, to make up what you don't have.
Now viewers, questioning why there's a problem with that, he noted that if persons have a better model, to let him know since the existing one is not working. Hear the PM.
Why is it that there's a problem with that? Just tell me. Somebody can tell me. If you have a better model, let me know. But one thing for sure, the existing model is not working. Not working at all. You have elections every so often, do the same thing, which is largely nothing. Go call your corporation, anywhere you live. Penal DB. Last one there. They don't have gas to put in their vehicle, so they can't collect the garbage. But you're a corporation with a mayor with a chain. Absolute rubbish. You go to Diego Martin, you call the Diego Martin Corporation to fix a pothole. We don't have any money.
I just want to find out something. We have to collect property tax to clean the road and give corporation money. But the government launching projects for hundreds of millions of dollars while the corporation have been starving for money 2 years now. Because it's 2 years this program have been on the air every Wednesday night, highlighting the same issue over and over. And did they take heed to it? No. $131 million in a stadium, and not even 1 cent was sent out to corporation to patch road. To patch road, imagine that. Monday to Friday, the stadium sitting down doing nothing. Maybe 7 days, 14 days, 21, 30 days, and it's doing nothing. But at the end of every 30 days, we pay tax. Gas tax, tire tax, VAT tax, parts tax, mechanical parts, all kind of taxes we pay in. And still we can't get the road fixed proper. But the stadium, what money the stadium making? What taxes they getting from that? You tell me. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Saeed, all I have to say, don't fall for that fella when you're talking about money rules. Because at the end of the day, them fellas and them, they pesh wide. They could pull money from any corner. That is only just to leave the impression that whatever coming, if you end up in money wars, is he's showing that he is not absolved from it as well. So if you end up in it, especially that digital central bank currency that they're coming with there, that is thing to run from. Because this thing is programmable, Saeed, and that is dangerous. We start to hear the long and short of that, because this is what taking us into what we call the Chinese social credit score, and that is the monster. Because all that thing they're talking about, your property tax, they will be going with it through that mechanism. Thank you, Saeed.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, no money for corporation, you know. Understand what I'm saying? 2 years now. As we come out of COVID, $131 million in a stadium, and we had no money. We had no money. Come now, man. I'll open all the eyes. All the roads are deteriorating. Bridges are deteriorating. Box drain. When last you see a proper box drain doing a community? But $131 million for a stadium that sits there from the first day in the month to the last day in the month. And it's just there. We okay with that? We okay with that? Look at them, happy and nice. Happy and nice. Was that our main goal? They could have given the corporation $31 million split it between the corporations to buy material, to patch the road. But no, no. Drive all your car. You go down in a hole and bust a tire, that's your problem, that's not mine. I'm the minister, I have a driver. We're using taxpayers' money to fix the government vehicle. What money are you using to fix yours? You have to cut from your salary to fix your vehicle. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said. Great program.
Thank you.
This bold-faced, notorious gang leader come here and watching everybody and lying and only venom coming out from this man's mouth. Poison coming out from this man's mouth. He deliberately caused the situation with the regional corporation. He's responsible for it. He stage managed this and manipulated everything so for the corporation to reach in this situation, starve them from funding. So now he's using a strategy now to say, boy, blaming the regional corporation. Blame the government, the central government taking our money and spending it on legal fees, over $2 billion spent on legal briefs already, and with bold-faced armor coming here and venom and lying coming out from his mouth. So you coming now to tell us, but the regional corporation don't have funding, and it's you, the PNM government, have it and responsible for it. What you're going to do with the property tax? That property tax will not go to the regional corporation, but go again to fund legal briefs to their lawyers and their friends in this country. We must fight that, and Said, I know with your program, we will fight it, and the international community is aware of what is happening in this country, and we must fight it. If the opposition have to take it to court, that property tax must never see the light in this country, because they're going to steal that money. It's only line and venom coming out from this wicked, evil, demonic leader we have. Thank you, Mr. Said. Keep up the great work. God bless.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going straight to the pretty last knee squad concerning farmers after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Gruen Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
to Real Talk viewers. Faced with massive loss caused by rising pretty larceny, farmers across the country have been begging for relief, saying more officers should be hired to supplement the pretty larceny squad. However, Agriculture Minister Kazim Hussein is now assuring farmers that the pretty larceny squad, will be boosted by 40 more officers and 3 new vehicles. Hussein pleaded with thieves to raise their own livestock and plant their own crops rather than steal from hard-working farmers, as it takes them months and years to mind and sell their animals. Listen to the minister.
I would like to appeal to the public. When you want to do these looting with animals and crops and so on, plant your own crops and mind your own animals. And then we know where we get to, because right now people taking months and years to grow a minor animal and sell it and take some time to plant these crops, and they just come in and loot it. So I believe I am making an appeal to the public who are doing these illegal activities, because we at the ministry, the staff of the ministry, we are working feverishly. And since I came in there, I want to get this pretty larceny squad going. So that is my appeal to the public out there.
You know, it's sad, you know, to mind your animal, and all of a sudden, somebody just gone with 30, 40 cattle or sheep, you know, that real hard, you know. You're putting out money in your crops, and time to reap, some other owner coming and reaping it, you know. Let me tell you something, if I was minding an animal, but I said something with string when they kick it, you're balling, you know. I'm telling you, you know, you got to tell me I'm waiting 2 years or 3 years to grow animal, and time to sell the animal for me to make a profit. You coming to take that? Boy, I either said something there, you know. I know I'm telling you, you know, nothing. Said some fish hook in sardine pan. Yeah, you walk in and you hear him mash that, that is it, you know. You balling right there till somebody come and release you, you know. All I feel is joke. Let me tell you something. That's a nice loving man, you know. I just always say that. Very kind-hearted, you know. But you see, when you hear you trip me, when you trip Saeed, you're tripping a legion or something behind me, you know. And I'm telling you, if I was a farmer, minding goat and sheep, you're making joke. Police that come and meet people stick up right there, balling their life out. All I feel is joke. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you just have to take measures into your own hands. Into your own hands for your safety and for your well-being and for your profit. For your profit. You know what is the loss? After I spend 20,000 and you say, you know what, but I'm making a 200 on a goat or a 300 on a goat, and you mind that for another 6 months, you know why you have to come and lost that? You just sticking up right and balling till daybreak and somebody help you. Take what I'm telling you. Me inciting violence, you know, that's something I don't do. I don't incite violence. But you need to protect yourself somehow or the other. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
I know what's going on with this AG and this lifting of the ban for these scrap iron dealers. These people on begging now. I see they're giving out hampers with food to these people. These people don't know what else to do. Mm-hmm. You have any idea what they're doing about it?
I will have to look into it.
Okay.
And see what's going on there. Hussein pleaded with thieves to raise their own crops. Now, responding to questions from Senator Wade Mark, Hussein stated that he intended to hire 40 more officers and also revealed that 3 new fully equipped vehicles will be purchased for use by the squad. Listen to the minister.
There are 33 employees employed right now. We are in the process with the Ministry of Public Administration to add additional 40 officers. Based on the availability of funding, we'll employ more, but we are in the process right now, 33 plus the 40. So I am, as I said last week, I am on top of this and I am in connection with the Predial Larceny Squad. I had 2 meetings with them and I intend to continue having meetings with them until we solve this problem. It should also be noted that the ministry, in the process of procuring 3 new fully equipped vehicles at this stage of evaluation, and an award of contract is expected by 2023, February next month, is it? It is anticipated that this will improve the ability of officers to conduct patrols.
Let's just hope this really come into effect, because farmers are crying out there. Farmers are crying out. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Said.
You, my friend.
So central government, which Ministry of Finance is a part of central government, is the ones who allocate monies to the various regional corporations.
Yes.
So what he should have said is that by collecting property tax, it would enhance, you know, the operations of the corporations and whatnot. But it's the government who allocate money to the regional corporation.
Correct.
And when he said that this model of governance is not working with the regional corporation, I would like to let him know that his model of governance running the country is not working either, all of it.
Thank you, my friend. The minister, he also noted that due to heightened illegal activity impacting farmers, the Predial Larceny Squad has been utilizing its connection with the TTPS and others to assist.
Due to the heightening illegal activity impacting our farmers, the Predial Larceny Squad has been utilizing its connection with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, that's the TTPS, the Trinidad and Tobago Municipal Police Service, and the Estate Management and Business Development Company Limited Police in order to respond and assist. The unit has been making adjustments in order to realign with the current needs based on reports received. This is to facilitate an adequate response utilizing the officers we have in the short term.
Penelope Beckles have stated that the Town and Country Planning Department continues to take several measures to monitor and regulate building practice and to alleviate ravine flooding. She was responding to a question from Couva North MP Ravi Ratiram, which asked what measures have been taken to monitor building practice close to major watercourses in light of several floodings. Beckles stated that the Town and Country provide guidance to applicants and prospective developers who are then able to propose development that are provable. She said specific guidelines are being prepared related to the development in flood-prone areas, hillside, and the provision of advice regarding adaptation measures related to the impact of climate change. Listen to Penelope.
They provide guidelines to applicants and prospective developers who are then able to propose development that are approvable, undertaking responsibly and sustainably and consistent with land use planning policy and relevant site development standards. The guidelines also designate and protect areas which are unsuitable for development and susceptible to natural disasters such as flooding. 2, the TCPD is currently preparing specific guidelines related to the undertaking of development in flood-prone areas and on hillsides, and the provision of advice regarding adaptation and mitigation measures related to the impacts of climate change. To this end, the TCPD has been incorporating requirements outlined in the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards Guide to design and construction of small buildings.
Now, viewers, the minister added that the TCPD collaborated with other relevant agencies, and the online development application process was introduced to provide a secure mechanism where all agencies can communicate and coordinate activities.
Further to the TCPD collaborates with other relevant agencies and organizations in the development approval process. These include the Drainage Division of the Ministry of Works and Transport, the EMA, the IMA, WASA, ODPM, and the University of the West Indies. The online development application process, known as Develop TT, was introduced inter alia to provide a secure and transparent mechanism whereby all agencies involved in the construction permitting process can communicate and coordinate activities as it would relate to any individual application for planning permission.
So viewers, we're going to wait and see how this is turning out in 2023. So we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to Tabakit, where there's a broken bridge that is impassable after this break.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Gruni Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
We're going straight to Tabakit. Residents of Carey Road, Tabakit are pleading for assistance to repair a wooden bridge which collapsed and is now impassable. So look at this bridge. The bridge is impassable. Where is the bridge department in Trinidad and Tobago? There is a department that sees about all the bridges in Trinidad and Tobago. So if they don't know where this bridge is, it's at Carey Road in Tabakit, and the residents are complaining and they are pleading. Viewers, let me tell you something. Come back to me. It's only on this show, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, on a Wednesday night, we highlight these issues, you know. When nobody don't know where the bridge is, we just bring it to the public domain, you know. The citizens, the council ain't even want to talk. That is what I do here every Wednesday night. Caller, good night. Hello.
Yeah, good night.
You're live on Real Talk. Go right ahead.
Calling to hike my road, boy. 50 years I ain't have road and water.
50 years and you don't have?
Road and water, 50 years.
In what area?
Sandy Grande.
What part of Sandy Grande?
James Smart Village, Warden Road.
Warden Road?
Yeah, 50 years. We ain't road and water.
You could snap a photo or do a video of the roadway?
Yeah, and I will send it for you.
All right, nice. My operator will give you the number when you do the video to send it on. Thank you so much. Send it to us. We will highlight it. Now, viewers, it's only this program on a Wednesday night. For the last 2 years, I have dedicated Wednesday night for this purpose. There is no other radio show, talk show or show on television in Trinidad that highlights our issues. None. Absolutely none. That is why I have dedicated Wednesday night just for this. To highlight the bad road in the community, because the councillor has seen the bad road and still ain't highlighting it on Facebook pages. The only person that I see doing these things is, oh God, this MP from Moruga, Benjamin. What's your name again? Michelle Benjamin. That's the only person that I see advocating. But apart from that, it's Real Talk with Saieed. We highlighted right through the year, for the last 2 years. Yes, we have gotten a lot of response from councillors and ministers. A lot of bridges, roads, pavement have been fixed thanks to the individuals who send us video clips and we highlight it. A lot have been done. A lot have been done. Here's the reason why I always ask you to send in your video clips, do a voice note with pictures and send it to us. Send it to Real Public Concerns and an email address, realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight it for you. We will highlight it for you. So moving along, viewers, a Maraca St. Joseph pensioner wants the authority to repair a bridge located at Akono village that was damaged during flood last November. Last November, the pensioner stated that due to the big floods last year, the foundation of the bridge is now compromised, which is posing a threat to residents. More than 25 families use the bridge, and he is worried because the foundation is deteriorating and can cause the bridge to fall into the river and cut off access to the villagers or for the villagers. A construction company limited, which is operating a quarry in the area, has also offered assistance with some of the material for the area. However, residents added that it is not enough. They need a bridge. They need a bridge. Meanwhile, councillor for the area, Colin Selvon, promised that the matter will be dealt with soon. So, Colin, you got a little highlight on Real Talk? Make some way and see if the people could get their bridges repaired as fast as possible. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
You're live. Go right ahead.
I would like you to announce if the $1,000 the Rowley given. I am 80 years. I would like to know if it's special people getting it.
Okay, so the $1,000 is what actually?
What they say they are giving senior citizens. I am 80 years for expense with the COVID.
Okay. So you're supposed to get a $1,000 increase in pension?
Only for one time, and everybody gets. The majority of people are here get, but I ain't getting mine.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. You were supposed to get a $1,000 increase.
Yeah.
And you did not get any?
No.
So you collected your pension check and there was no increase of the $1,000?
No.
Oh, thank you so much. So you hear what is going on? Some getting, some ain't getting? Because this increase was supposed to be increased for all pensioners, the $1,000. What, yeah, for 1 month, but she said she didn't got any. Smart shot again? Bubble some way? We don't know. If you have 100 pensioners, 50 get and 50 didn't get. So pensioners who didn't get the $1,000 increase, feel free to call in. Let us know. That's something to look into. That is something to look into. Residents of Sunkist development in Philippines are being affected by raw sewer flowing from a manhole into their community. Forced to inhale the foul odor for weeks, residents complain that the situation has become unbearable, and they are calling on the relevant authority to have the situation addressed urgently. Straight up. A resident who lives in front of the manhole explained that they have been experiencing this issue for years, and not only with the particular manhole, but with others in the community. So that is what is taking place in Sunkist. The sewer, it is running through the manhole. Through the manhole. She stated that WASA would usually facilitate repair, but they recently informed by the councillor for the area that WASA will no longer be maintaining the sewer system in the community. So who does the sewer system? The residents also added, the problem is that Penal Davie Regional Corporation does not have the equipment to address this problem. Well, that is slackness. That is nothing in place. You're going to tell me WASA stop seeing about it, sewer running down that line, and nobody there to see about it. Where is health? Somebody say something. Somebody say something. Where is the health department for the San Fernando area? Who is to be blamed now for that? Whose responsibility is lacking there? We would like to know. Almost 2 years since the bridge leading to a man's home in Arapita Road, St. Anne's, was washed away by flood waters. He is again pleading for assistance to repair it so he can access his home. But his appeal continued to fall on deaf ear. A 66-year-old resident stated that he is close to giving up, and his only reason for holding on is his 10-year-old grandson, who is autistic and non-verbal. Hey, somebody pay attention to this now, please. Please, somebody. Because I will continue lighting all up. Stink, stink, stink. Arapita Avenue, St. Anne's. 66-year-old man is pleading for a bridge. If he don't get this bridge, the access with his autistic son is going to become very, very difficult. Where's the bloody hell councillor for the area? Where's the councillor? Does the councillor have no heart? Does the MPs in the community have no heart? Does the bridging department in Trinidad have no blasted shame? Huh? Your job, your department is to see about bridges, and what you're doing, sitting down in your office scratching your nennen? I'll come now, man, I'll get more slack, I'll get in. Ridiculously slack. Your job is to see about bridges in the community throughout Trinidad and Tobago. What the hell are they doing? Watching wrestling whole day? Popping corn and eating? Call her good night.
Hello.
You're live on Real Talk, go right ahead.
Hi, Mr. Ali. Somebody just called in about the extra $1,000.
Yes.
For the pensioners. Okay.
Yes.
Anybody that receives grants from social services was supposed to be getting this $1,000 because I am a senior citizen. The $1,000 is actually a transportation grant to help out, you know, during COVID. You can get it in 3 ways. If you receive your pension by direct deposit in the bank, that's where it will be. Okay. And it is not added to your pension. It will be 2 separate payments because, of course, they would have to do accounting or something for that.
Okay.
The other way you receive it is through the mail, or if you don't get mail at your house, you collect it at your post office. And I know those 3 things to be a fact. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much for highlighting it, my dear.
You're very welcome.
You see how information that has come to us? That is what I said earlier. We didn't become the #1 program 2 ways. We didn't become the #1 program just so, you know. Not just so, you know. It's by reaching out to communities, by stretching hands, by asking individuals, or calling the program and highlight the issue, because I am making Wednesday night available just to deal with what? Public concerns. We're not dealing with no politics on a Wednesday night. No, we have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday to deal with that. On a Wednesday, we deal with public. We want to hear what the public have to say, their concerns, their issues. Hey, hear this now. For this 66-year-old man in our Peter Avenue in Sansan, somebody get in touch with this man now. Somebody, the councillor, the MP, some community activists, some helpers, all get in touch with the man now. There's a 10-year-old autistic child is going to feel the strain of this. Watch, we dumb, deaf, and dotish in Trinidad at the same time. Let me tell you something. At any point in time, you could be Mr. Who in Trinidad. Your son or your daughter could get sick at any point in time, and y'all will be like beggars on the street. We need help. We need help. We need help. What the hell are they doing, really? When you ask, well, I'm not in charge, and they're not in charge, and she's not in charge, so who the hell is in charge? Who is the big boy? This is the kind of thing that's got me vexed. First thing they say, oh, Saieed, you're bashing and you're bashing. Oh, time fly, boy. You're bashing and you're bashing. We're not bashing. We're asking all you to assist. Get out your damn black chair that you sit on, go down in the community. Watch me now. When news running, time is flying, you know. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight. Remember, Real Talk Credit Union information is offering you 4% on a fixed deposit. Get in touch with the credit union, set up your fixed deposit, and earn money. There's a repeat of this program tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. and we'll be right back here on Thursday night. Until we meet again, viewers, enjoy the night.